Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. Ripple has 21 lawyers representing Ripple, the company, as well as Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson, all being charged by the SEC. And these lawyers are some serious big guns, as I'm going to illustrate for you here in this latest hot jam on the Moon Lambeau channel. I also want to address a rumor that's been going around the XRP community over the last day or so about the case against Ripple secretly having already been dropped and the news has not hit. I got a few words about that. Lots to talk about in this video. And so Ripple, 21 lawyers, SEC, 3 lawyers total. So they must be the only 3 lawyers on the entire planet that believe that XRP is a security, right? They just scrounge them up somewhere. That's where they. No, there are others that do it. It's just I'm telling you, I'm seeking opinions from both sides because I just want to believe whatever's true. And in most of what I'm finding, because I'm actually been seeking out opinions from lawyers that are speaking publicly on this topic. I'm searching for them actively. The vast majority are just on the topic specifically of whether or not XRP is a security today. The resounding answer is no. And you'll see wait till I show you some of the big guns that have been hired by Ripple. It's truly impressive. And if I were one of those 3 SEC lawyers, I would be dreading going up against the team Ripple here. I really would. I am not even kidding. Now, I want to be clear that I don't have any sort of law background of any kind. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice. You absolutely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm merely an enthusiast. I'm no different than you. I just happen to run a Moon Lambeau channel, YouTube channel with a silly name. That's all that's going on there. It's a fun hobby. And I really do enjoy tracking this stuff. And it's a lot more fun when you have skin in the game, in my humble opinion. So I've been holding XRP for over 3 years. But let's jump into this piece from the Daily Hodl titled 21 Lawyers Gearing Up to Battle SEC's Case Against Ripple and XRP. 21 lawyers are gearing up to fight the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's lawsuit against Ripple and 2 of its executives. 4 lawyers are representing Brad Garlinghouse, the company's chief executive. 4 are representing co-founder Chris Larson. And another 13 are working for the company itself, according to court documents. The SEC alleges Ripple illegally sold XRP as an unregistered security upon its launch and maintains that the digital asset is a security to this day. Now, I gotta do a little timeout right there to talk about this. I know not everybody, that even if you have subscribed to my channel, not everybody watches every single video that I put out, although you should, and I'm offended that you don't. But as a result of that, I want to share with you something that's very important. So over the next few videos, I'm probably going to mention it in just about every single one because it's that important. There's an attorney named Jeremy Hogan, and he has shared his opinion on the issue with Ripple and the SEC, and he is not an XRP holder, by the way. So he's just given his honest opinion here. He's run, in addition to running his law firm, he has a YouTube channel called Legal Brief. You can look him up if you care to. He's made a few videos about Ripple and XRP. In his most recent one, he noted that if you check out, let me just pull this up. Here's the actual claim from the SEC against Ripple. And he pointed out that what he does when he comes across any new claim, he goes to the prayer for relief at the end of the document to find out, okay, because this is the section where we find out, okay, what does the SEC actually want from Ripple? And the gist of it is that, return any ill-gotten gains if that ends up being proven in court to be the case. That's pretty much the gist of it. It's on the screen right here. I don't want to read through this all, and I already covered it, but it's an important point. And so in reading through this, he noticed something that was not there. He noticed that there is no declaratory request for a declaratory judgment under federal law, which the SEC could have, and they certainly knew they could have put in here in this claim, which would have effectively told the judge, hey, we want XRP to be declared as a security. Now, the reason this is important is because attorney Jeremy Hogan has stated that a judge can't grant something that's not requested. So from his perspective, you're not going to get, it's not even a possibility for XRP to be declared anything, because the SEC isn't insisting that happen. So it doesn't mean that they won't argue that XRP isn't a security. They are arguing that XRP is a security, but they're not going to seek it to have it be declared a security, and as such, the judge can't declare it a security just unilaterally. That's important, is it not? Interesting. So, and that's assuming that position is correct. Again, like I said, I'm not a lawyer. I'm just sharing with you stuff I find from lawyers. I haven't seen that disputed. Attorney John Deaton saw that opinion, and I personally, unless I missed something, I didn't see him dispute that. He just brought up the point that the SEC will still argue that XRP is a security. But even Jeremy Hogan acknowledges that. They are arguing that it's a security, but it's not going to matter, right? It's what's more of concern to me is just whether or not ultimately Ripple is allowed to continue to sell XRP, because if they're not, that would be the most catastrophic thing, in my opinion. I've covered why in recent videos, so I'm not going to go into it in this one. So that's the next thing that I'm looking for. If Ripple can't sell XRP, we as XRP holders, I suspect, would have a serious problem because it's an important part of how they're going to market right now. It just is. But moving forward here. On Tuesday, the commission announced Mark P. Berger, the acting director of the SEC's Division of Enforcement, will depart this month. Berger joined the agency in 2017 and was named the deputy director of the Enforcement Division in August. In addition to Ripple, Berger took actions against Robinhood, Credit Suisse Securities, the New York Stock Exchange, JP Morgan Securities, Deutsche Bank AG, Herbalife Nutrition, Stryker Corp., General Electric, Hertz, and Telegram Group, among other things. And so let's just go ahead and take a look. So this is courtlistener.com. They got all the attorneys listed, and far too many for me to go through. So I wanted to highlight just a few heavy hitters right here, if I could. And I can, damn it, because this is my channel. I do what I want. Here's a piece from June 5th, 2018. Ripple hires big guns, former SEC chair Mary Jo White and former SEC enforcement director Andrew Cerezny to defend unregistered securities claim in sale of XRP. Now, this, again, being in 2018, this is for a separate case brought about. I'm not going to get into it. Many of you are already aware of this. It's ongoing, even after all these years. It takes a long time. But these two individuals, they are listed here in this court listener document. So they're leading the charge. And I've actually knew that. I've mentioned both of them on the channel before here. But this is important. Again, Mary Jo White. She is a former SEC chair. She says XRP is not a security. Okay. Then you've got Andrew Cerezny, and he was the former SEC enforcement director. He says XRP not a security. So these are former SEC employees that disagree with the SEC. That is fascinating. And so if you go in through this, I don't want to go through all of it. I just wanted to make a few quick highlights here. You can see, like, my gosh, the background, the extensive experience. Ivy League here, you're talking about Yale Law School, Columbia University is where Andrew Cerezny went. And there's with Debevoise and Plimpton. Oh, Plimpton. That just sounds like such a jocular name. Plimpton. Blah, 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 blah. Does anybody else think about it when you hear Plimpton? Blah, 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 blah. Let's go do law stuff in the court. Blah, blah, blah. Would you like to go do court stuff with me? Blah, blah, blah. Plimpton. Yes, I'd love to do court stuff with you. I can't be the only one that thinks it just is a funny sounding name. I digress, though. No, actually, that was the focus of the video. That's the reason I'm even recording this, just to point out Plimpton sounds silly to me. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go to court. But if you take a look at this, if I could be serious again, he has some serious background, and actually, maybe I was on the page I already wanted, in all sorts of different categories, including cryptocurrency here. You see, but specifically, and this is kind of what their firm seems to specialize in. Maybe I did want to click on this, actually. I can't remember. I looked at so many pages on this damn website. Now I'm not quite sure. There's quotes. So basically, this firm is just kind of known as, like, if you have to deal with the SEC, this is the firm that you go to, basically. Which really, I mean, is that going to be surprising when you've got, a former SEC chair and a former director of the SEC running the damn thing? Like, is it surprising that that's maybe perhaps where you'd want to go? And so it's the same story with Mary Jo White, and I think was she one of the founders? I can't remember. I've read so much stuff on this today, so it's kind of like rattling around in the Moon Lambo brain. But, well, suffice to say, I'm not going to make you sit there while I try and find out whether or not that was the case. It's not the point of this. I was just trying to kind of illustrate that the team that they have is incredibly impressive. And I'm just saying, if I'm those 3 SEC lawyers and I know who I'm going up against, I'll be like, maybe I call in sick today. That's probably what I would do. I'm just saying. Here's Michael K. Kellogg. Go figure. Check out this. Michael Kellogg is a founding partner and the managing director of the firm. This is a different firm. Kellogg, Hansen, Todd, Figel, and Frederick, which is the most lawyery sounding firm name you could have. All you got to do is get 5 people's last names and just slap them together. Bam, law firm name. That's exactly how you do that. And so anyway, he's a founding partner and managing partner of the firm. He received degrees from Stanford University and Oxford University in philosophy before graduating magna cum laude from the Harvard Law School, and it just gets more and more awesome from there. And so again, I don't want to go too far in depth. I just kind of want to give you a little taste of what's kind of going on here. And I firmly believe that Ripple will be found to be on the right side of the law, even if they had some missteps, and even if they have to settle or pay a fine or this or that. In particular, on the issue of whether or not XRP is a security. Well, hell, if Jeremy Hogan's right, the SEC isn't even trying to get a declaration of XRP being a security, in which case I'm like, holy hell, everybody just sold off. And so, like, if that's the case, it makes me think, damn, XRP must be supremely undervalued. And look, I don't blame anybody for getting afraid and selling. Like, it does make holding XRP more risky. I'm not pretending like it doesn't. But to me, at this point, if that is indeed the case, like I said, I'm just more concerned about whether or not XRP is going to be able to be sold legally by Ripple, because the court actually can rule that Ripple no longer can sell it. And that really, I believe, would be a problem. But maybe what's more likely, and this is why I want opinions from lawyers, because I don't know exactly what's likely to happen on that front. But who knows? Maybe it'd be the case that there's just new restrictions on the way in which XRP can be sold. Who knows what that's going to look like? But as long as that ability doesn't go away, I am long AF XRP. I'm just saying. All right, now on to this from the Crypt Talk on Twitter. Wrote, case dropped, hashtag XRP, hashtag Ripple, hashtag XRP Community. And no link to any story, nothing like this. Got retweeted a couple hundred times roughly, and there's a bunch of people saying you were wrong about almost everything else. I don't know. I'm not sure what they're talking about. Apparently he said something about MoneyGram that was right. I don't know what they're referencing there. But this is not the only individual that I've seen make this claim. And I don't know if it started with him. He just got a ton of retweets, so it was the most notable to me. But you know, I'm not a fan of when, and this is nothing personal against this individual, but I'm not a fan of when people make big claims like this is an extraordinary claim to state that, especially in light of what's happening. I mean, even if fine, there were a settlement today, they had already filed, and then there's news about it with the 21 lawyers, fine. But if this were the case, like, holy hell, you can't just reasonably make a claim like that and then not explain how you know that to be the case. And I don't know if this individual is just like playing the odds, thinking that that's going to happen, then they can just be like, see, told you it was going to happen, or something like that. Or if he's actually in the know, in which case I don't like the approach. If you're in the know and you're going to say something like that, you better prove it, or you should have just kept it to yourself. That's my opinion on this. And so there's a lot of people here. And then so like he commented on a bunch of these stuff, like he's being called a liar here, and he says, no, I'm telling you, do I have to remind you MoneyGram? So he said something about MoneyGram that happened to be true, and other people are saying he said a whole bunch of stuff and like 1% of it was right. I don't know. But he did respond to a bunch of stuff and has continued to not provide rationale for why he would actually believe anything like this. So I feel like if I didn't mention it, I'd be missing something, because if you're in the XRP community and you're on Twitter, you saw this probably. Unless you very rarely touch your Twitter account, if you've been on it within like the last 24 hours, I mean, this has been all over the damn place. So I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I can't say that it's not true, because he hasn't provided any information, but he hasn't convinced me. So as a result of not being convinced, I don't believe it. There you go. If you want me to believe it, then provide some damn evidence. Until then, like, just don't do that. I don't like it when people do this, and that's all the alleged insider info that some people in the community say that they know. It's just not for me. Moon Lambo doesn't roll like that. Not really a fan. So You can let me know what you think. It seemed like the vast majority of people either said, I hope it's true, or I do not believe you, which was my response as well. But still, tons of people retweeted this, and so it's out there. And so, no. So if I had to guess, the answer is no. It has not been dropped. But I won't be surprised if it's dropped in the future. But if it's one of those things where like a month or two passes, or 3, or who knows, whatever, and then there is a settlement, and then he says like, yeah, well, actually, if it were a settlement, then I'd just be like, you said case dropped. That's a settlement. That is different, actually. But if it's actually dropped in the coming months, no, I'm still not going to be like, yeah, he sure nailed it. No, I'm definitely not going to. But I also really don't think that the case is going to be dropped. I could see a settlement, but if you just think like, what would that say? Like, I understand that there's a new administration coming in, but the optics of that, I don't think the SEC would want that. And it's already been filed. It's happening. Things are in motion. They're going to court here, but especially with the new administration, that's one of the reasons that I remain optimistic that perhaps some common ground could be found and a settlement reached. But who knows? We'll just have to wait and find out. What a fun journey we're on. There we go. Plimpton, bloop, 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 let's go to court. Bloop, 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 bloop. We want to go to court? I want to go to court. I'm Plimpton. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right, I'm done. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.